My name is Tamika Lee, and I'm letting teens know about a new proposal that might affect whether teens can get their driver's license or not if you are a dropout in Arizona. So let's hear what one student has to say.
I believe if students really want to drive bad enough, they'll stay in school and get their license. Yes, a lot of kids do drive without their license already anyways. I don't really think this will make too much of a difference. I believe driving is very important to a teenager, so they'll basically do whatever they have to do to get their driver's license. I would choose staying in school and getting my license, because if I wanted to get my license, it would give me a good incentive to stay in school and be successful later on down the road.
Now hear how the Open-End Alternative Program takes action on truants. Here's Sarah Cox.
I'm here to talk about the Act Now Truancy Prevention Program. ACT stands for Abolish Chronic Truancy. Basically, truancy means not going to school when you are required to go to school. Truancy and chronic truancy, there's a difference there. Truancy means you skip class maybe once a year, if ever. Chronic truancy means that there's a pattern. You skip school once a week, once a day, something to that factor. Truancy is a status offense which can go all the way from kindergarten and stops at 16 years of age. At 16, you're no longer required by law to go to school. If you are truant in school, there's two different ways that you can get quote-unquote caught. One is if you're walking down the street, you should be in school, a police officer sees you, he can charge you with truancy. Another way is if the principal of your school looks at the attendance records, see that you've missed 3 or more days of school, and then they can make a referral to the county attorney's office. The county attorney's office then sends those referrals to our program. When we receive those referrals, we get in touch with the families and set up appointments with them. We meet with both the parents and the children who are the truant kids. What we do is we talk to them about why they're missing school. Is there something that we can do to help? You know, do they need more tutoring? Do they need different classes? Is their schedule different? Do they need to go to a different school? And see if we can try to help them figure out why they're not going to school and help them get back in school. We also, you know, help the parents deal with, you know, how they can encourage their children, you know, to attend school on a regular basis. This whole process is meant to defer prosecution because it is illegal for a child not to go to school when they're under 16. There follows some, you know, consequences if a parent cannot get their child to go to school. These consequences can be a $500 fine and up to 30 days in jail, or they can also be charged with contributing to the dependency of a minor, and that carries with it a $2,500 fine and or 6 months in jail. So the whole point of our program is to bring the families in here, kind of find out why they're not going to school, and get them back in school so that we can defer prosecution.
You will not be able to drive until you're 18 years old if this new proposal passes if you are a dropout in Arizona. The DMV will know that you're not supposed to drive because in their computer system, your license will be labeled as suspended. So whether you already drive with or without a license, just take some advice, stay in school.